So, after a few months of driving it around, I absolutely love this thing. It's freaking awesome. This is my 2003 Suburban that I converted over to manual transmission. Best conversion I've ever done, hands down, one of my favorites. We're into wintertime. I haven't drove it when it snows because I can't access the four-wheel drive unit right now. The problem is I put a manual transmission and a manual transfer case in. So now, with that, there's no way to engage and disengage the four-wheel drive unit or the front differential. So we're going to find a way to hotwire the front actuator so I can have my four-wheel drive back. It's going to be a fun time. We got to pull this skid plate down. These are 15mm bolts. The actuator's right there, but it's easier just to get this all out of the way so we can all see. See the front actuator, which is this right here. It threads into here and it pushes onto the ring gear and it engages and disengages this front differential. That's how this works. From what I've read, it takes a positive off of this, or no, it takes a negative. One's positive, one's negative, one's a ground, and the other one's for the light. Alright. What we're going to do is we're going to find out which ones are hot, which ones are not, and pull this out, and we're going to see if we can't make it work. Essentially hot wiring it to a plug. Okay, long story short, what I found out, I have this set up. Your brown or black wire is your ground. Set up again. Your black wire is your ground, alright? Your brown wire is your constant hot. Your black and white wire, meaningless. This is your engage and disengage. How this works, see how it's in? All I did was wire it up to a switch panel right here, so it doesn't do anything. But we're going to have to put this on a ground switch so it can complete the circuit. But you see how it doesn't do anything. If you turn that off with that engaged, it'll stay out. Once you turn the power back on, it disengages. But this has to be on a switch all by its lonesome to go into four-wheel drive. We're going to put it in the switch panel inside my S-Pod. Alright, this is my switch panel, my S-Pod. Alright. Now, bring this all up here to work with it up here. That being said, we're going to make the white wire blue with white ground and all blue hot. I know it's confusing. Just bear with me. So, we've come to the conclusion that this is your hot wire. This is your ground wire, which you need both. Okay? Now, we are going to connect the dots. I'm going to paint my rear end. Ground, white stripe. Hot, no stripe. Okay. Those are soldered together. Now, figure what? 3 feet. 3 feet of wire, give or take, roughly. Okay. Roughly about 3 feet of wire. Probably overkill, but whatever. It is what it is at this point. Wire's cheap. That being said, we're going to fuse it to a 10 amp fuse. I got two 10 amp fuses. I'm going to tie it to one of the fuses. That should work. Let's see which one of my switches engages it. Alright. So, that one is the front axle. Let me find a sticker for that. So, we have that now. I can show you what I'm doing. My 8 gig switch panel right here. I put front end on there. Obviously, because it's not making a good connection. So, if I turn this off, nothing. Doesn't do anything. So, this has to go on a separate switch all by its lonesome. So that part's done. Now I need to do this part. Well, that's not going to be long enough. There's no way. That ain't going to be long enough for nothing. Alright. Well, I'm done in here. So that can get buttoned back up. Okay. That's not empty. That's not. I just want to electrical tape that. Cold. Now, we're going to try this one more time. I was going to say, if I can find my actuator. And there's nothing that was attached. So, we got this wire here. This is the ground that I'm going to place in here. Alright. Got your positive and negative. This is your ground. Actually, you can probably see if this will make a ground anyway. We're going to do it here. We got to go to the battery. What's the threshold? It literally has to go straight to the battery. Or it can't just ground. Oh, okay. Alright, it can chassis ground. So, there's your actuator. You can't just ground it off this. You have to literally ground it. Oh, that's cool. So, we'll take electrical tape, all that fun stuff back together again. Feed it down, 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 down. There's my wiring harness. Simple. Quick. 3 wires. 1 hot, 2 grounds. Or not. in a bad connection over there. Alright. Must have been a bad connection right here. Mark comes together. I don't know. Whatever. Working now. There's your front actuator right here. This is the old harness. I'm going to tuck away. We're going to bring the new harness down. As soon as I can find it. A lot of moving parts up there. I want you back here. Oh, there's less moving parts. Zip tie it right to that. Right to this. Right like that. I'm gonna zip tie it right here. Around this. And a couple of spots. I don't see a problem with that. Put the skid plate back on and tighten everything back up. And we need a switch to do the ground. Really? Sweet. For sure been an adventure not having four-wheel drive. No. Let's see. Power on. Let's see if we can hear it. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you can hear it down there. That's what we like. Now, until I get a switch put in, we'll feed a switch in there and make a crown and all that fun stuff. But until I get a switch put in, we'll just leave all this sitting here. Maybe run a zip tie. But I could turn that on. See. If it's snowing and I need to have four-wheel drive, I can engage and then turn that off, and it won't do anything. It'll stay engaged. Or and it pulls it back in. So we're good. Until I get a switch. That's how we're doing this. Time to go home. Our work here is done.